Hello and welcome to Bramritter Gaming. Today we're playing Lego Fortnite Odyssey.
Wookie, I'm sorry, brother. I got really bad news for you. See, I can't have any loose ends. I know you helped me build this incinerator here, but, yeah. Yeet! Hello, everybody. Bramritter here. Oftentimes while playing, I find the need to get rid of items I don't need full chests of. Items like soil, sand, stink glands, and old weapons that are just not needed. Typically, as players, we just dump all these items somewhere out in the open or in the water and know that when we log out, they will disappear. As effective as that method is, I wanted to create an incinerator that would instantly burn these items up and make them disappear immediately. Once you've temporarily covered the hole with an 8x8 plate so that OSHA doesn't come investigate you in the work facility, you're ready to start. Starting off, you use a small car jack, and the reason I use a small is it's closer to the ground depending on the area you're working and how high your ceilings are. After that, you can continue with a 12 by 12 plate of any type. I suggest using anything granite based. Using anything that's wood based will be too fragile when the door goes up and down. Once you've placed your 12 by 12, ensuring that it's not touching your wall, you want to make sure if you look at the corner, you can see there's a gap on each side. Then you're able to put in your support pieces, which I'm using the 2x2x6. Then I'll switch here to the wall piece, which will be a 2x8x6. You can lock that in, locking them all the way around, just like that. Once you get to this point, now you're ready to put in the balloons. The balloons are what's going to make this door go up and down. I used that particular 12 by 12 plate with the little stars on it just so that I could line things up easier for my balloons. Once you have your balloons in, make sure you put them all on the desired channel that you want. Here I'm using channel 4 for all the balloons. I will also use a switch that will be put on channel 4. Once you have that done, you can cover it with your 12 by 12 desired piece. Again, I'm using the same piece that matches the color scheme to my warehouse here. As you can see on the floor tiles, I like to use that pattern quite a bit. Now I put this last wall piece in to cap it off, and now you've made yourself a box. There is an issue here, and it happens after putting the switch on. You will see that I do have a little bit of a problem here. I'm going to walk you through that and what I did to fix it. Once you have your switch in and you know everything's working, push it up against the corner and get it as tight in the corner as you can. It should still be free flowing. Now, as you see here, I had to knock out the side of the box and get it to work. What happened is that there is a little bit of an error, and you need to log out, log back in, and once you do, the box will function. And as you can see now, I don't show it on camera, but the box is floating up. There you can see it. It'll go down, it'll go up. Just make sure it's tucked nice and neat in the corner. You're going to want it in the corner because we're actually going to put support pieces that make it slide really nice and gentle. I placed these 6 stud wide walls just to start off the process. Using the pressure plates, you're able to use whatever floor panel you want and the pressure plate to line it up just so. I'm using a 16 by 2 here. And at this point, you can use any pressure plates that you like. I am sticking to an aesthetic color with the lightness of the color and the way it just looks good in the whole warehouse here. But once you have your base of those tiles in, you'll be able to eliminate the pressure pads just like so. Once you eliminate the pads, you don't have to worry about anything. You've got what you need to continue the build because you have the floor tiles in place sideways. Just line it up, lock it in, and we're going to build this structure out coming to a point that's kind of a corner doorway. So there you see it still demonstrates it will fall right into place. One thing to remember when doing this build, it is crucial that the box is in the opposite location from where you're working. Here I'm putting in the top pieces. What'll happen is if the box had been up at the top, and you place anything, it doesn't matter if it's a floor tile, a wall piece, whatever, it will accidentally attach to the box and it will blow all the balloons up and it'll kill the switch. So you will have to start over if you make that mistake. In doing this video, I nearly made the mistake a couple of times. Um, but that's a crucial thing to remember. Everything that you place it opposite of the box. I line these up, I believe, yeah, 16 by 2 tile pieces. It brings it to kind of a point. Now there is a little bit of a gap, but I don't find the gap to be very annoying. Once you have this framework out, you can then place another pressure plate to then reverse the tile pieces. And I actually did something kind of silly here. I made this harder on myself in this video. Oh, look, there comes Batman, my buddy Wookie, trying to mess with me. And I told him right there, I was like, hey, put that back down. I almost just blew up the balloons. If I had put that pressure plate there, it would have blown all the balloons and the switches out of the box. And I basically would have had to start over. And here's where I make it hard on myself. I wouldn't suggest doing what I'm doing here. I made kind of a silly move. By doing the outward tiles first, I made it harder on myself to get all the tiles. If I had used the pressure plate and pushed them towards the wall, this would have been a lot easier. And you'll see I struggle a little bit here getting everything lined up. But once you get a couple of sorry, not pressure plates, but once you get a couple of tiles in place, you're completely able to eliminate the pressure plates, get them out of your way. Yeah, there, my axe went through and busted one of my wall pieces there. Got to put that back in. Remember to put up your box so that you don't blow the balloons. And here I almost did it again. Remember to put the box down. There, now you can put the top surrounding pieces in. And see, this is where I made it hard on myself. You're using that reticle to see the side of your pieces. And had those pieces been all the way to the wall already, it would have been a lot easier. See, there, now I bump it all the way to the wall, so I'll make it easier on myself. Had I done that in the first place, this video would actually be just a little bit shorter. So yeah, again, this is just an idea I came up with. This warehouse, the corner of it here sits on a hill. So I built a level foundation and I was just going to end up having some dead space where the hill goes down. And we found by accident that any of the fires that you have in the game will instantly burn up unneeded materials. So that's what made the idea. I was like, wow, if I drop one of those campfires down into a hole, it's an 8 by 8 fire, and it was a nice place to just start randomly throwing stuff that I didn't need. Um, and once you get to this part, so I've got enough placed that it's all sticking to the wall, you can knock out those original wall pieces and continue to lay in the floor tiles. Getting it nice and lined up in the corner there. But yeah, originally I just had an open floor in the warehouse, but what I found was that my villagers kept wandering into the warehouse, and for some reason they were trying to unalive themselves, and they would fall in the fire, and all of a sudden they'd be gone. Like, there's a villager right there. She's got a weird idea about being in the corner. I don't know why. She just wants to walk up against chests. Once I get everything set into place, and it looks like this, I add railing in, and I also add my compost machine. So anything that cannot go in the compost, like sand, silly items you don't need, the stink glands, whatever, broken tools, you drop them right in. They get destroyed. You can look right up at that little switch, bring it back down, and it's OSHA compliant. No one's going to get hurt. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoy this video. I really enjoy making it. The last part of this video is 4 minutes of montage at speed of about 5 hours worth of experimentation. This is going really, really fast, and I know, like, I showed it to my wife, and she was like, "Oh my God, my eyes cannot handle how fast you're doing the screen." And I said, "I know. I'm going to slow it down a little bit." Um, Guys, I really appreciate it if you made it this far. Remember to like, subscribe, share. As far as I know, I this is an original idea. I haven't seen anybody do this. I would really love some cool comments, uh, and maybe some links to you making your own video. Show me what you do with your incinerator idea. Um, but yeah, this was a long process, and it really came out magnificent for myself. I just absolutely loved it. Anyway, guys, my name's Bram Ritter, and I appreciate you watching. Y'all have a wonderful day, and keep using your imagination and building. That's what it's all about. Have a great day, y'all.